Come on. This is not the time to play, okay? This is not the time to play. Hiya, wake up. You have to cut this one. So. It's gonna be so much work. Why am I doing this to myself? Aww. If you try and bite me, I will whoop your ass. No. No, 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 no. Hello and welcome back to the homestead. Here I was using recycled, like this, the middle part of the toilet roll. I saw it on a 5 minutes crafts. I mean, not all of the ideas work, honestly. Some are so insane. But some of them actually work, like this ones. I cannot afford or I have not found like nice seed starters. Actually, it's mostly that I cannot afford them because if I find them right now, I won't be able to buy them. But these ones are portable and they're much easier to work with than a traditional bed because of the transplant system. You don't really want to go like cutting roots, on transplants, they die. So this one was easier for me because I have new plants in a bed and I have new plants in these things, and the ones in a bed are so hard to transplant, and I am just no. I love the weather in Kiambu. Okay, my partner keeps saying, oh, it is at the border of Nairobi, so it's Nairobi, Kiambu. Either way, I love the weather around here and the soil, and it is so amazing considering the place that I knew as a countryside was my grandma's place. And it is so dry, but there is so much land to like farm. As you can hear, there is a lot of power saw being used, like in the background. What I meant to continue saying in my first statement is I love this place, and I do think this place should be agricultural or at least like so green that but a lot of what is happening is trees are being cut. People are actually living in a lot of these places, and so many apartment buildings are coming up, and it honestly feels like a loss. I don't know, it just feels like a loss. Here I am with like a sweet potato vine. We propagated one sweet potato and we haven't stopped getting vines. Like, it bushed out. It feels so scary that it is stifling other plants that are near it. So what I keep doing every time I get a vine is you cut off the leaves. You cut off the leaves, then you plant the vine. Okay, let's go back to them. Ouch. Now let's enjoy a few little moments without the power so noise in the garden. It's so nice. Alright. I swear I'm so proud of this that I will just keep showing them because look at that entire leaf. This is one leaf. It's just one leaf. And I was headed to help her up because look. And it's not just her because see. Now the good thing about tomato plants, I can replant this and they have a really good chance of actually growing up. Like upward, not growing up like adulting. And what I will do is I will transplant this. I'll just put them into the soil and then prune the ones that are dying off. And then, actually I think these days what we tended to start doing is just every time you find something to plant, you just keep adding it in a line. Because you see this last line of spinach has just been recently added because they looked crammed somewhere. Okay. So generally what you want to do is to make sure that a large part is underground. At the risk of this one, so you just have to cut them because either way they're not going to reproduce right now because this was a wilting plant. So you try and prune off all the ones that aren't adding benefits to the plant. There you go. And then for tomatoes, you just do a large part, like all this entirety. Actually, I can just do that and until here, the root. This tomato plant actually picked quite well. I didn't have that much faith in them. But they picked, not all of them though, but they did pick quite nicely. This one, the same thing. I can just do this and try and do them as two plants. Now this one, let's do this. I don't know whether this will survive, but just as an experiment and to try it out, we'll actually keep it somewhere where we will monitor it. Actually, I just want to keep the three of them together so that I can monitor them just to see whether they survive. Because if they survive, then that will mean I can just literally just be cutting off this parts of the plant and just, planting them afresh. No stress of starting new seeds and just being so worried that my seedlings, I haven't labeled them correctly. I hate this struggle. No, that's too close. Let me do this here. I want to use its own leaves. I want to use their own leaves to act as mulch. That's actually what I will do with this one. Let's see. Okay, so these ones are touching the ground. Generally, the leaves should not touch the ground. So, what you want to do is everything you have pruned, just put it together, and then you place the leaves on top of that. And I don't know what I will do with this other side. The problem with the general backbone of the lower part of the garden, not even the part that he's working on right now by the stairs, like the whole slope. No, the lower part of the garden was mostly chaotic gardening. So there are so many tomato plants, and I don't know whether they made it by volunteer, by an act of volunteering, or they're the ones I transplanted. Now there's 3 tomato plants. There's this one, there's this one with the flowers, and then there's that one. There, that small mound. That was the last one. So we're just gonna monitor them and actually see how that goes in the next few wicks because it has to pick up in the next few weeks. They leave so that you know it has made it. Also, there is a sweet potato vine. I think I should label these places, and that is another sweet potato vine that I just planted. But then I'm just going to tell him when he comes down because he's not come down yet. And what's even nicer about today, the fact that I am here before him, is because he's going to get the wheelbarrow so that he can bring down the pig manure. And the thing about this pig manure, it just means we will have a lot more of self-starters, so many more tomatoes. Oh, we tunapatanga nyanya. Nyanya is like such a major self-starter, seed starter, self. It is self-sufficient, okay? It just crops up because let me show you something we didn't actually plant, but I have seen it just now and I'm very sure it's from manure. This one, that's another tomato plant. I am very sure that is from manure because nobody actually planted that. We generally do not plant tomatoes except recently when we planted cherry tomatoes, and that's because we just found them and I was so excited because I didn't find the seeds. It's a whole thing, so I took them. Even this one, we did not plant this, and this is where I have gotten all the other suckers that I have planted. Oh god, that one just came off. Let's go plant this. Wait, before we go plant that, let me check if there are others that are falling off. Just look at that leaf. Look at that entire leaf. Look at it. Oh god, it looks gorgeous. Look at it. It's shining. He knows I'm looking at it. It's glowing. Look at the shine on those leaves though. Look at the shine. Full organic. Huh? Full organic. I don't know, it feels nice to say that. So that is pruned and re-supported. I don't know whether that's a thing. It's re-supported, I think. I don't think it's a thing. And a dead leaf there. Actually, I think I'll come back next week and just take more suckers. Otherwise, this is what we have found. There are 4 of them. And I don't know where I'm replanting them. I'm trying to replant them together. I'm trying to keep them together mostly. Oh, I got this ones the minute I got down here. Because the things I thought were the cherry tomatoes I would use, well actually yes, they were the cherry tomatoes I would use, but I wanted to prune these neglected ones that were on this line in this guy's gardens. But I found that they already put these ones on top, like they've already mulched it down to die out so that they can plant something new. Look at them. So I can't prune them and start afresh. I wanted to prune them and have new plants. Okay, let's just go plant this. As always, thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed yourself like I did on this day in the garden. Okay, I'm lying. I enjoyed myself, yes. But listening to those, to the power, so honestly, it's just, and not all of these seedlings didn't make it. Some of them actually did. And I got that massive sweet potato vine to actually plant elsewhere. And did you know those leaves are edible? But then we don't eat them because we already had greens. What we do is I give it as a treat to Miss Piggy, and I love the way she loves them. My pig loves sweet potato vines like nobody's business. Where? If you've joined me this far, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I did have fun, but I really did not like the power soul stuff. Just got me thinking, got me in my feelings about cutting down trees. It's just, see you next time. Bye.